Why, hello, everybody, and welcome to Chicago Reacts. You're here. My name is Kelsey, and I'm an actor and voice actor living in Chicago. And today, I'm going to be reacting to something I'm very excited about. It's called I Bought an Exoskeleton to Wield Giant Anime Swords by Alan Pan. I have only ever seen one of Alan's videos, and I absolutely loved it. So I'm really excited to see this. Yeah, I remember we had a Guinness World Record book when I was little, and one of the world records was about exoskeletons, and that was when they were first starting to be a thing. So I'm excited also to see what a modern exoskeleton looks like. So yeah, very excited for it. Excited for you to join me.
This video is sponsored by Private Internet Access. Just in case you thought that all YouTubers are millionaires, I have qualified for and received every single stimulus check that Uncle Sam has sent out to date. Do you think Mark Rober got a stimulus check? No, I got a stimulus check because the apartment I live in is made of 3% asbestos.
So how is Alan Pan going to stimulate the economy? Well, the meme answer would be to buy a guillotine and leave it in front of Jeff Bezos' house. But of all the ways to decapitate people, I think a guillotine is actually one of the more boring ones. That's why I'm going to spend my money on an anime horse decapitating sword.
Giant anime swords are probably based on the real-life Chinese anti-cavalry horse beheading swords called the San Madao. Wait.
Whoa! I didn't know that. I just thought people were draw a big sword that looked cool. They're actually based on a thing. That's neat.
That doesn't sound quite right. I think it's more like Za Ma Dao. Ugh. Naomi Wu, can you help me out?
Zan Ma Dao.
Thanks, Naomi.
There we go. Thank you, Naomi.
These swords can get really, 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 really ridiculously big.
Very large.
Somehow, nobody in these shows and video games and movies ever has
literally
any trouble swinging them.
When I remember I watched that episode and I was just like, oh, come on now. No chance.
This is my friend Rob the Welder. Rob, can you make me something
the Welder.
anime
Oh, perfectly paused moments. Rob the Wilder. The Wilder. I can't talk. I've had too much coffee. Rob the Welder sounds like Bob the Builder's brother.
Basically, I just told Rob to Google Buster Sword and to make a generic version of that. If you want to see the build video, I've linked to Rob's channel in the description. Of course, just because we can make a giant anime sword in real life doesn't mean anyone could actually
That's terrifying. It actually cuts.
wield a giant anime sword in real life.
Oh.
Yeah. It's legs, right? It's not.
I'm terrified.
Your legs are what's holding the sword. Jesus. How much does it feel like it weighs?
Like a couple 100 pounds.
So how much does my giant Buster Sword weigh? Well, failed Buster Sword Alan Pan, as I've named it, comes in at 50 pounds. Which is kind of heavy, but also not impossibly heavy.
That is terrifying. I'm like, please, someone. 50 pounds, though, that's I mean, I'm imagining, when you go to the airport and you have, a suitcase that you've, weighed and it's just under the 50-pound limit. I can't imagine. I can pull that through an airport. I can, carry that up or down stairs, but I can't wield that suitcase, you know?
Video can probably lift 50 pounds no problem. And these dudes look like they should be able to also.
Lift it up! Lift it up! Lift it up! What do you mean you can't? Lift it up! You're holding it! Come on!
Oh, that's the scary thing about that, though, is if he wanted to, he could probably lift it up, but what's gonna happen if he gets off balance? That thing is sharp.
But they can't. So what's going on here? I can lift this 35-pound kettlebell pretty easily, but if I move
Center
to
of
the side
gravity.
by even a few inches and try and lift it when it's offset from my wrist, it quickly becomes unliftable. This offset weight creates a rotational force on my wrist called torque. The center of mass of failed Buster Sword Alan Pan is 3 feet from the end of the handle. That means in this position, with the pivot point at the very end of the handle, the sword is generating 150 foot-pounds of torque. Or in other words, the same amount of rotational force that a typical car engine produces.
The trick here is you want to move the pivot point as close to the center of gravity as possible, and then you're kind of just pushing the sword up with your other hand. And then you can
there you go.
Lift it that way. And then you're not really swinging it. You're just doing a controlled drop like this.
Ooh!
You see this technique used a lot on giant sword channels like Michael Cthulhu. And he has
Whoa!
an awesome channel. He makes really cool weapons.
Whoa!
But it's just not as satisfying watching a dude pry up a weight and just letting it fall. I want to use my sword
To, like,
a
cut.
sword.
Yeah.
There was a movie that came out in 2000
Horsehead.
called The Edge of Tomorrow, and that title was so bland and nondescriptive, but this movie was an adaptation of a Japanese manga called All You Need Is Kill, which is such a better title. I think is indisputable proof that marketers
memorable.
don't actually know what they're doing. Emily Blunt here has a powered exoskeleton, and that's what's actually providing the strength and the torque that she needs to
Should
be
have
able
been
to wield her
titled.
giant anime sword. And you know what? I'm a big fan of Emily Blunt, so I'm just gonna copy her. This is an awesome movie, and unfortunately, it's also one that I cannot watch here in the US. And that is why this video is sponsored by Private Internet Access.
There we go.
That's the entire
Segue.
reason I just wanted to watch this movie. Private Internet Access is the leading no-log secure VPN provider with over 30 million downloads. It has over 20,000 VPN servers
Look at
in
that,
over
dude.
70 countries around the world. It's available for all operating systems. One subscription covers up to 10 devices at once, and it's really easy to use. First, you click this, and then you type
Great
in what
music.
country you want to be from. I'm going to say Sweden.
Michael
because I'm a big fan of
Reeves?
Simone Yacht. And then you click this, and now my computer is in Sweden, and I can watch The Edge of Tomorrow. Pretend that
Hey!
my face is your IP address, and you don't want the bank over there to know your IP address. So I put on this horsehead mask so that I have a different IP address now.
Do not
If
try this
you
at
are
home,
watching this
kids.
Right now, it means you can get 3 months for free, and then 2 years after that for just $2.59 a month if you head to the link in the description. So I spent the rest of my stimulus money on this Steadicam exoskeleton. This might actually be one
Whoa.
of the coolest things I've ever bought, and it only cost me $900. For real.
That is cheap. I mean, that's expensive, but that is cheaper than I thought an I can't say exoskeleton. That's cheaper than I thought an exoskeleton would be.
Although that's actually a really good price.
I want to know down in the comments what is the most expensive exoskeleton that is like available to a public market, if anyone knows, or has Google and thumbs.
For these, I bought this used, so it's already had quite a bit of mileage, and on top of that, it's like a cheap Chinese knockoff. These camera stabilizing exoskeletons are designed to offset.
Oh, okay. I see. Oh yeah, okay. So these are like film industry ones. That makes sense.
The weight of a heavy camera so that a camera person can move it around as if it was much lighter. Whereas
That makes
active
sense.
exoskeletons require a power source for pistons or motors or other actuators. This exoskeleton is entirely passive. There's no power supply because the force is provided by springs. The only downside is if you don't have anything to weigh your arms down, they actually are just...
You're Randy from A Christmas
So
Story.
this is going to be part of a two-pronged approach. One, hopefully the suit is going to be able to offset the weight of the sword itself. And two, we're going to have to come up with some kind of a wrist sword handle mount that has like a torsional spring,
Yeah.
something to offset all of that torque when the sword goes horizontal. First
Yeah.
things first, I got to make this suit stronger. It didn't come with specs or a manual or anything, but from what I can tell, it was designed to be used with cameras that weigh 20 to 30 pounds.
Yeah. I've not been on sets where people have had those, although I would probably just be like, oh, that's so cool. You look so cool right now, Mr. Cameraman. But I've been on sets where people it's like a back brace for holding up cameras or heavier sound equipment or like a huge boom. Yeah. If you know anyone who works on the camera side of things or the sound side of things for film or TV, go thank them today. The workout that a sound person gets, like a boom operator or like Steadicam operator gets on a day on the job, like it's insane. Thank your local Steadicam operator. They do good work and hard
So
work.
I'm attaching additional mounting hardware to the suit so I can add more springs.
Oh,
More
cool.
Springs means more tension, means more counterforce, means more of the weight of the sword gets canceled out. Bada bing, bada boom.
Look at that.
Ba boom. You notice how it's weird if you get rid of the does? It's a ba ba boom 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 boom. I've modified. The suit has definitely got a little more tension now.
You can use that to work out
Remember,
now.
These are my lead Hulk hands.
Triceps.
They weigh 35 pounds apiece. Oh wow. And
Lead Hulk
I wanna
hands?
see if it's actually any easier to lift them with the suit, and already it feels like this is like actually significant. Whoa! Like this significantly easier. We can actually compare this to when I first put these on.
Ooh, ouch. Don't hurt your elbows, dude.
And I can actually just hold these up. Like this is kind of wild. Like I can throw a hold punch and hold the fist.
Whoa.
So, this is actually really cool.
That's
Take
so
this,
cool.
Environment. Ooh, yeah. I think my arm broke.
A spring?
This whole can still goes up, but this whole can.
It's off. It's off.
Is there something?
That needs to be reinforced. Something's loose. Loose indeed.
God.
Did something break?
Yeah, it looks like the quick connect.
No.
Connect in this case means this one stupid little spring tension pin. And that's literally the only thing that was holding the arms to the back plate. This suit is made entirely out of aluminum, which is like the butter of structural metals. And you can see that here where the
Yeah, as someone who has many tripods and rigging things for self-tapes, it is so easy to just bend and ruin aluminum things.
pin sheared right out of its mating hole. So I'm replacing that stupid pin with a through bolt, but the fact still is that this suit, it just wasn't designed to handle this kind of mechanical stress. We did design this articulated wrist mount, kind of like Marky Mark's spring-powered football kicker, and that was what was gonna offset the torque
Wait, that's so fun.
sword. But after this test, I'm convinced that the suit just would not be able to handle it.
New suit?
So instead of trying something smarter, I'm gonna try something stupider.
I'm doing this the stupidest way I can think of. So we've got this bungee cable here. This is gonna go right to the center of gravity of the sword. We're not gonna have to deal with leverage or torque. I just wanna be an anime protagonist. Now here's the part I'm not entirely sure about, because now I have to try and
Have you tested this yet?
Of course not. Oh, I
This
think
is the
vectors
test.
Here are really weird, but I'm
Oh,
gonna try and see if I can.
oh no, how are you gonna put it down?
It worked! I mean, it looked sloppy. This is very sloppy, but it totally works. The suit itself is taking care of the weight of the sword, right? And as soon as I hold this horizontal, the bungee ought to take care of the rest. So I should be able to
This makes me so nervous.
hold this out. Oh! You see that? This is like Cloud Strife Buster
Yeah.
Sword stance. And I can
It
even lower
is.
all the way down if I want it.
Oh,
Bring it up.
cool.
No problem.
Oh my god.
Yeah! Oh!
The thing that makes me nervous about that is what happens if he if I can't with this mic in the way, if he does like this. Like all the way back. I'm just like, is he gonna fall over backwards? What's gonna happen? I feel like the suit, because it's designed for holding a camera out in front of you, and all the reinforcements he's made that I can see are for like things out in front of you. I don't know how much you can like gear up. Otherwise, like, he's just gonna whoop. But maybe we'll find out.
Oh god, okay. My center of gravity, this whole system, changes drastically when I swing.
Ooh.
This is so scary. Now, this is a move that I think
A
I can really
TV!
like. The suit. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh. Yo.
Oh, it's still so difficult. But definitely not something I could do without it.
Whoa.
Power of God and on my side. Whoa!
The sword in this clip from Demolition Ranch weighs 120 pounds, which
Whoa.
is a lot. But the dude trying to wield it is Robert Oberst, who is literally a strongman competition winner. Here he is lifting 465 pounds right over his head. But even
Jeez.
this dude can't lift a giant sword upright, let alone swing it properly. I mean, look at him. He looks like a giant baby.
Giant baby.
I want to compare me and my exoskeleton to a legitimately strong guy, so I searched high and low on Instagram for the biggest dude I could get my hands on.
This is for a joke in the video. I'm not touching you just to touch you.
Okay.
I'm here with Chase Lee.
I love
Do you
that.
ever have to worry about peeing because you're afraid you're gonna rip your own dick off?
With great power comes great responsibility.
Oh my god!
Whoa!
Yo.
I have the power!
You just did it without.
Picked it straight up.
No way. Yo, what?
Whoa!
strong is this dude? I like actually can't believe my eyes.
Oh my god. That was. I am covered.
I can pick it up too, you know.
Ah,
My turn. 3, 2, 1. Ah!
Oh my god.
That was almost as good as his.
Pump it a couple times in the air.
Okay, but I can do that. I can.
can
do
you?
that.
Let's
Put it
see.
up, I can do it.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Can you get some of that fruit?
Which one do you want?
Yeah, kill the tree, Alan.
Ah,
kill
get the
tree.
fruit.
See, I can do the exact same things Chase can do.
I'm just waiting for you to throw up right now.
According to the backyard science,
And then it's an what is that? And then it's an anime, so of course we have to like with the throw up, we have to like make it sparkles or rainbows to censor it.
Alan Pan said that a coconut is a really good representation of a human skull.
that means it must be true.
This dude.
I only brought one table because I didn't think that we were gonna.
Oh, it
I
did.
don't know if I can hit it. I'm gonna try.
Got it. Top of
2, 1. Oh no!
Oh no. But you broke the table.
Hold on, I got it. Here we go. Oh!
There you go. That's a coconut.
It took 2 hits, was basically the same thing.
It's a horse decapitating sword, so we gotta test it on a real horse.
Sure.
Like this one. Come on, I think that's funny.
Oh.
Well, it works. Myth confirmed.
This
You
dude.
really can decapitate a horse with a sword.
That was such a most half-assed experiment you've ever done.
So clearly, in this case, brawn beats brain. But hey, I can always try and improve the suit later, and also, there's this.
How many hours do you spend a week in the gym?
2-3 hours a day.
It's like 14, like 20, 23 hours
That man has a part-time job working out.
a week in the gym.
Probably.
You know how many hours a week I spend in the gym?
0.
0.
0. Oh gosh. That was so fun. I love the experiment aspect of it. And I also really appreciate that they got a guy who's not only strong enough to just be like, oh yeah, you know, just psh, like it's nothing, but also like he was just fully gung-ho about doing it, you know? Like I feel like it would have been so easy to get some dude for the video that was like, just kind of like there for the video and wasn't like playing along, but he was fully just like, "Roar!" Which I really appreciate that. That was so wholesome and nice. And thank you all for joining me on this anime sword adventure. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.